Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be making some dal pri dal pri. So I cooked the peas ahead of time. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to prepare it to put into the dough. Dal pri is a pastry where it has, sometimes you can use chunks or peas. It's a very vegetarian dish, so I made a dough ahead of time. And if you guys want to see how I make it, it's the same ingredients and the same method that I did in the bakes and fried chicken recipe. So these are what I'm gonna be using: my spices and so forth: onion, garlic, ginger, aniseed, clove, flavor pepper, oregano, and some rosemary. These are my seasonings: salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, curry, sugar, ketchup, and water. So you're gonna add the water into it and just add our spices and our seasonings. So we're adding in salt now, paprika, I love paprika, black pepper, cayenne pepper, curry powder, ketchup, a little bit of sugar, and we're gonna go ahead and stir it all in. While stirring it in, I realized that it's not as colorful as I like it to be, so I add some more curry and paprika. I'm just gonna cover it down, and there's not much more that you can do to this than to just let it cook, well, reduce. So this is reducing, and as you guys can see how colorful this is looking, just gonna allow it to continue to reduce. So I clean this area as I'm gonna be using it to work with my dough. So yeah. So as I am prepping the dough, I would like to give you guys the story of the first time I ate or experienced eating Dal Pri and how I got to do it. So in my village there was this Rasta guy who would have this big basket of fresh Dal Pri, and the basket would be steaming, so you know that they are fresh, and he would call them Dal Pri, as in a dollar for one. And they were so delicious, spicy, juicy. And from that moment, growing up and eating that, I learned to make it so that I won't have to buy only one, so I can eat as much as I wanted to. So yeah, that's where my love for Dal Pri started. And as you can tell, it is a vegetarian dish, and people make like it with chunks, potato and peas, and also peas. So there's very different variations of it, but the most common one is the one that has the peas in it. So I'm spreading the dough out, not too thin, and I'm not, these are not the same sizes. And in total I cut out 13 pieces of dough. Now this piece was right under the tripod, so it wasn't able to spread out or roll out at the others. So I'm just taking my time now and rolling it out and just cutting it into pieces. So I'm putting them in this particular order because this will stick together. Once they are together, they just stick and merge into one big dough, and they also expand. So you just want them to separate for a while I work on one at a time. So this one was a fail. It has been a while since I've made Dal Pri, and so I overstuffed this one. But you guys are gonna see how I turned around and learned my lesson. Isn't that beautiful? So at least 1 to 1.5, but this was a heavy one and it just would not close, and because it was so hot it just got out of the stove. It just was a big mess. So we're gonna try again. This one, the first one did not go to waste. I fixed it up as much as possible and it actually turned out okay. So you're gonna roll it as thin as possible and just add enough. And I'm gonna fold it, and if you guys see me keep with the fork back and forth with the fork, is because I'm dusting it so that the dough doesn't stick onto the fork and make it more harder for me to clamp them down. And I'm gonna show you guys this another time. This is the first batch. I'm gonna show you guys this 1 or 2 more times in case you didn't get it the first time. I'm just gonna add a layer of oil to the pan, and I know some people probably like to deep fry it, but I like it this way. And one thing about Dal Pri, it is not oily at all. Like when you're eating it, there's no like oily fingers or oily lips, none of that. So they are gonna get bigger than this. I'm just gonna put at least 3 at a time in the pan. This is why it's important, even if you clamp them down with a fork, to use your fingers and make sure that they're down, because they can open up midway cooking and it can be a disaster. So they don't take much time to brown, and you don't want this particular color, you want the other 2 colors where they are more so golden brown. This will be the sign for you to turn them around. And they don't take long to cook. Remember, the dough itself is very thin, so they won't take that long to cook. This is the second batch, and this is how the first batch is looking. I'm gonna show you guys this 2 more times. And yes, I know, look at my clothes. This is the fun of like when you enjoy cooking. It's a messy process, but you're enjoying it. So I'm just using my fingers first for some of them, and then get the flour and just clamp them down. I'm just gonna use my fingers afterwards to make sure that they are properly clamped down, and I don't like excess dough because I want to taste a bit of peas in every bite. This is how it's looking, and I'm gonna show you guys for the last time. Now if you want, which is something that I am thinking of, you can make it into a ball and like do it as if you're doing bakes. I think that actually would be very good to do if doing it this way might be too complicated. There are no right or wrong to cooking. Everybody has their own way, as long as that you're happy with how it comes out, basically. And you guys see that even if I clamp it down, some of them are still opening, so I use my fingers to make sure it's down. So this is the second batch that I'm turning, and this is the color that you're looking for. And please keep an eye on them because they do burn very, very quickly. And those are done. and the third batch, and this is the finished results. I cut a few open so you guys could see how they're looking, and let me tell you guys, these taste so amazing. The dough is soft, the dough is not crunchy at all, I guess because of the peas inside, and it's just so delicious. Please try them out and let me know what you think, and hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.